Hello, everybody, and welcome to Left Hand, Right Brain. I know I say it every podcast, but I say it because I mean it. For your likes, your subscribes, your rates, or should I say your rates and reviews, you know I preach. And you know, if you like what you're hearing on this Left Hand, Right Brain podcast, you should check out all the other pods we have to offer under the LHRB banner. You can just head on over to lefthandrightbrainpod.com, and that's where you'll find links to all the archived episodes of Left Hand, Right Brain, as well as Los Chupacabros, which is a Silly Goose Time with me and podcast pals, Andres Besserell and Patrick Scott. Or you can check out Let's Get Drunk and Talk About Your Wedding with hosts Jen and Mal. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Those kick back a couple drinks with their guests while they discuss love and marriage and everything in between. This last podcast, if you're a loyal member of the Brain Trust, you probably will recognize this week's guest, which is Scott Markland. He was the host, or co-host, I should say, of the Live Hand Right Brains, and also the co-host of the Appetites podcast. You got to go real deep in the archives for the Appetites podcast, but they're there in the Left Hand Right Brain feed, or you can go to the Appetites page on lefthandrightbrainpod.com. You guys get it now? You guys get what's happening? You can also find Left Hand Right Brain and all these other podcasts wherever you get podcasts. Just throwing that out there. If you want to follow me on all the social media Z's, you should follow me at Left Hand Right Brain on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. LHRB Podcast on Twitter. You can find me Left Hand Right Brain Podcast on Facebook. JD Lopez on Facebook. Or if you're nasty, if you're old school, email me at lhrbpodcast@gmail.com. Okay, I'm done with the housekeeping. That brings us to this week's podcast, which is with returning guest. That's right. We have a returning young gun, Salma Zaky, back on the podcast. She had to leave a little bit earlier than the rest of the crew on the last Young Guns podcast. I really enjoyed what she had to say on that, and I've been enjoying her comedy around town, so I wanted to get her back on the pod as soon as possible. I was going to say ASAP, but then I went into ace soon as possible. I don't know. It's late, guys, as I'm doing this intro. My sleepy brain is slurring words together. Sorry if that sounded weird. I wanted to get her back on as soon as possible so we could pot it up, talking about comedy. We talk a little bit about how she went to Europe and did some comedy there. That's fun. We go all over the place with this podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time, Selma, and thank you all for listening. I know Selma said she'll be headlining the Bar None show on the day this is released, so if you're listening to this real early on your way to work, you can still go to Bar None. You can get tickets at Eventbrite, but it's a free show, so you can just show up at Bar None. That's on Logan Street here in Denver. Or follow her on her socials. I can't recall what she said they were at the moment of this recording, but I will put links to it in the show description, and she says it at the end of the pod. So follow her on all those social medias. She's hilarious. Okay, I'm done talking in this intro. I'm excited for you to hear the pod. So let's get into this week's LHRB podcast, part of Left Hand Right Brain Productions. Would you be into having a bathroom or a bathroom TV?
No, I think I would get probably electrocuted somehow. I'd be afraid of that.
You'd have to wall mount it.
I know, but,
obviously.
But I don't know. I don't trust that.
So you think the TV would fall into the bathtub?
Yeah.
Is that like the kind of situation
baths,
you think?
But I would assume something in that realm, yeah.
Somehow
Yeah.
you'd be in water and the TV would
Have you
fall
seen
in.
Russian Doll? Is that the show?
No.
Wait, is that what it's called? Yeah. Of like she keeps dying and then waking up and being alive.
Interesting.
But like, yeah, she would die in the most like random ways, and I feel like that's one of the ways that would happen.
Yeah, a wall-mounted TV in the bathroom. Yeah, that's funny.
Well, that's like Final Destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's actually
Russian
really
Doll
good.
Deaths.
You should watch it. Deaths. All the death scenes. That's so funny. Well, there's one of them where she falls in the shower.
Dude.
I'm scared of that.
I knew a guy who died in the shower.
What?
Yeah, and that's why I never take a shower. Is
Wait.
What I'm getting. So he has epilepsy.
Oh.
And he had a stroke, or not a stroke. Yeah, stroke, right?
I think so.
He had
A seizure?
he had a seizure. Yeah, he had a seizure in the shower, and he drowned.
Wait, he drowned?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he like fell over.
Oh no.
And the water level
Oh
started
god, that's
rising.
horrific. That's horrendous.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to bring it down.
Oh no.
Should we not? I'll just cut that part out. Anyway, we're having fun.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I want to get this gold, R.I.P.
Yeah,
Real nice guy. Sorry, didn't mean to disrespect
R.I.P.
him if anyone who knew him was listening. He was a great guy. Just really. Well, we're talking about weird ways to die.
Yeah. That's like, that's a scary.
Should we
thing.
Google how many people die in the shower?
No, don't Google that.
Sudden deaths while bathing.
But bathing is in a bath, right?
What are the odds of dying in the shower? Statistically speaking, there are fewer odds of dying with the causes. Drowning in the bathtub, number 1.
I mean, I feel like if you slip and hit your head. I mean, but that's
he probably did that too.
Something like that.
Yeah. You haven't heard the phrase, it only takes 6 inches of water to drown.
Oh, is that?
Or like 6 ounces or something. It's like.
Is that true?
Yeah. It's just like a little amount of water that,
if you just like.
That you can't get
breathe.
oxygen into your lungs. Yeah.
That's scary for sure. Gonna be thinking about that for the next couple weeks.
You don't think about crazy ways to die usually?
Every time I shower now, probably.
Yeah, that's probably not the most ideal. Do you think it would stop you from showering? Like, have you ever been scared enough about something that...
not something like showering. I mean, that would be...
like when Jaws came out, people stopped going into
I understand.
Water, even like pools.
I understand that. Oh, that's stupid. That's dumb. But I understand.
Like the ocean? Yeah,
the ocean, absolutely. I got like stung by a jellyfish and now I refuse to go in the ocean.
Yeah, it's like...
So if something happens to you...
Yeah,
I can see why. But Jaws, I mean, it's a stretch.
Right.
It's a stretch.
Yeah, I just listened to Dracula on audio, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now I'll never go to Europe.
Oh, Transylvania.
Yeah, I think it's like Turkey.
Turkey, yeah. What does he even do? I mean, he's not that scary. Dracula?
The undead.
But does he kill people? Oh, he needs their blood, I guess.
Yeah,
do you die from that? I feel like it's just like a hickey. You get like a Dracula hickey.
No,
and it's kind of embarrassing. And
withdrawing blood from you. Yeah, and you kind of become he'll feed on you for a while. You kind of become a thrall to his will, if you will.
Oh.
And then eventually you do die, yeah.
Oh, you do die?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'll milk you for a while.
But isn't it just garlic or something simple that...
Crosses, although I also listened to this companion podcast of the Bram Stoker's Dracula, and they were talking about why crosses. It's not just crosses that he's scared of; it's actually Jesus Christ, because Dracula is kind of the anti-Jesus, not the anti-Christ, but like the anti-Jesus, because Jesus gave of his blood and his body for people, and Dracula takes, and so it's like it's only the Catholic crucifix that repels.
Oh, I thought it was like a wooden stake.
Well, that would kill him.
That's just a weapon.
If you drive it through his heart, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But anything. You can use anything. But why is it always a wooden stake?
Wood, I don't know. Something about the purity of wood or something. Earth.
Right.
Well, and then people are always trying to like make it different. So then blade, it was silver. It had to be a silver stake.
Oh. As opposed to what?
Wood.
Oh.
Yeah. And in Dracula, you had to run a stake through their heart and cut their head off.
Oh,
that's just how you really make sure you've killed the demon, Salma. Just so you know, that's how you make sure.
He's like a cockroach, keeps coming back alive.
Yeah, he will. Yeah. He will. Yeah. The undead.
The more you know. I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. That. I feel like we're already writing a screenplay for you towards the end.
I know. I never read. Did you read that in school?
Dracula?
Yeah.
No, I just listened to it on audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that too. Because it's like there are certain things, if you have an Audible subscription, that you have things that are
free,
just available to you.
Oh, that's funny.
And like all the classics, because they're no copyright or whatever. So they just give them away for free, basically.
That's nice.
Well, I mean, I guess it comes with the membership, really.
Right.
Yeah, so Frankenstein I have, because it's almost Halloween.
Yeah,
and, I'm feeling spooky.
Yeah, it is almost Halloween.
Yeah, so I listened to Dracula, I got Frankenstein, and then I just listened to the original Sleepy Hollow. It's kind of boring.
Oh, is that the guy with the pumpkin head?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen pictures of him.
Yeah. Yeah, and they really make Ichabod Crane. I mean, he's not a good guy,
I didn't think he was
in the story.
He was a good guy. Was he supposed to be a good guy?
I mean, I guess in the cartoon they don't really tell you how there's like this rich Dutch family, and he's like the school teacher in this town, and there's this rich Dutch family, and they have a young pretty daughter, and he wants to marry her, and just like use the family's wealth. Basically, he wants to marry her for the family's wealth.
Well, that's
Like
fucked
they don't
up.
get into that in the cartoon.
Why does he have a pumpkin as a head?
Well, it's not Ichabod Crane. That is the Headless Horseman has a pumpkin for a head.
Okay.
And there's also a not a loophole, but they leave it kind of vague whether because there's another guy who's competing for this young Dutch woman's affections and her hand in marriage, and they kind of make it seem like he may have been the one to kind of run Ichabod Crane out of town by scaring him with this the Headless Horseman chasing him down.
Okay, so he's more of a scare tactic.
Yeah. They leave it open, so it's like, oh, either he died from the Headless Horseman, or he got scared off by this one guy, and he's a lawyer in New York or something.
Yeah, he just lives the most
town.
Mundane, boring life.
Yeah,
alone.
Right, and they're like, oh, he doesn't like beat the children unjustly. You know, if they're like getting out of hand, he'll definitely hit them. But he doesn't do it just for funsies.
Yeah. There's a reason behind it.
Yeah. Can you imagine if your parents let teachers hit you still?
With rulers and shit.
Yeah, whatever. Paddles.
Well, now they're considering giving them guns.
Yeah, but not to use on on the students that aren't shooting at them first.
You never know. I think there would be stories like that if they actually did that.
The teacher pulled out her gun on a student because he was giving her a lip.
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely probably would be a lot more of that in a school.
I think so.
If teachers were given guns.
It's like too much power.
Yeah, power corrupts.
It does.
Right. Speaking of power corrupting, you were on High Plains this year, huh? For the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, feels good.
It's corrupted the system. It was good. Yeah, it was fun.
Everything you expected?
I don't know what I expected, but I really did enjoy that all the venues were so close to each other.
Oh yeah. It's
that
all
made
on
it
the
so
one strip
easy,
on Broadway. Yeah. It had to feel good because just for the listener, one of the bookers of the show, she put out a thing on Facebook that was like, hey, this is the time to recommend local comics, that I might not know about to be on the show. And like everybody said your name. So it had to feel really, really good.
That was nice. But it was also like, that was a strange, like, just, I don't know. I feel like it also made people feel bad. And it felt like just kind of a weird, and then I was like, she said 4 to 5 names and it's like, who should I say? And then it's kind of
like.
Yeah,
I mean, I did notice you didn't put my name.
It's hard to narrow it down to 4 people.
No,
I was
that's
just
fine.
like...
I mean, no, I totally get that. Yeah, and she did say in the post, and I know people who didn't read this far into the post, as like, if they've already been on the fest,
right,
don't say their name because they're already on their radar. Yeah. So I did mention Patrick Scott, and he'd already been on the fest.
Oh, did you? Yeah. So you're banned. You're banned. You'll never get on now.
Right, yeah. Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, I mean,
at least I can blame Patrick and not myself.
Yeah. I wonder how much that was taken into consideration, though.
Someone, an obvious standout, like someone's name was coming up like every post. That I think that's undeniable. That's like part of that being undeniable thing that people talk about in comedy.
But I think it's also there's like secret nominations from what I've heard of, like,
right. Yeah. They do reach out to people, showrunners,
headliners, and stuff. Yeah. So I think those probably have a bigger impact.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know if we talked about this last time you were on the pod, but coming out of COVID and all the lockdown and stuff, I started hitting the mics pretty hard. I didn't have a job or anything at that point. And, excuse me, I had some good bits or some things I was working on, had some confidence. I was talking to Andreas Besserell, Los Chupacabro. You should check that podcast out.
Nice.
Shameless plug. Thank you.
Nice.
And he's very aggressive with this comedy. He's like, I'm going to bury these people. Like I got, like, that's how he views being undeniable. Is like, I got to like really come up and, murder on stage and bury the other people on the show. Like they can't follow me kind of thing. And I was listening to that and I was like, oh, maybe I should try and adopt some of that thought process more. Right.
The confidence.
Right. Yeah. And we were on a show in Loveland. It was like one of my first shows getting back. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to try and bury everybody on the show. No, me and you were on the show.
In Loveland?
Yeah. I think it was in Longmont, Loveland area, Fort Collinsy.
Oh. Was it that one brewery? Max
it was a brewery
line?
Yeah, something
Max
like that.
Something? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try. It's like, I guess I got to bury everyone on the show. And, we weren't as good of acquaintances back then. So I was like, I guess I got to bury this Salma Zaky person. And I talked to 3 different people. And they're like, oh, who else is on the show? And I was like trying to be very aggressive about it. I was like, oh, Salma Zaky. And multiple people were like, oh, yeah, no, you're not going to bury her.
What?
Just
That's
try.
insane.
They said, just try and do your best is what they told me.
Okay. So you were going around telling people like,
I was like, I'm going to bury Salma Zaky specifically.
That's funny.
And they were like, you can't. Don't even try.
God. I mean,
they're like, you need to reframe
nice,
your idea of success because it's not going to happen.
I like how also in your head you knew you'd be going up before me. Right?
He gave a lineup.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay,
yeah. He gave
I
a
didn't
lineup
realize
and you went, and you were after me. And I was like, what?
That's
and
so
I did feel a little disrespected.
Well, you had a great set that night, though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
you
basically
did.
what I was getting at.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, the mentality of like wanting to, I mean,
it doesn't work for me because I'm not in the moment. I'm not being like, there's too much of an agenda.
It's an expectation to
that I can only, not
also, it's
hit.
like, I don't want the person after me to like bomb.
Sure.
I mean, necessarily.
Sure.
I don't,
Right.
like then the show is probably not going to be that good.
Sure. Which is very generous of you. Great. You're gracious.
Well, no, but also it's like,
stage.
I've just, that's just like, I mean, that's setting just such a high bar. Like if I were to say that to myself, I feel like then I would bomb extra hard because I'm setting that
it's
expectation.
Like, do you, I feel like that's a very Catholic way of viewing it. Were you raised Catholic at all?
No.
Because if you get too much hubris, God's going to punish you. That's something I would have thought of when I was a young kid. Like, kind of yin yang, like always waiting for the other foot to drop. Like,
no, I mean, I've noticed that like if I have a joke that I write, like, and then I laugh by myself. This is the first time I'm writing it, and then I laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not going to work. 100, like this
because
is just
it's in your head.
Well, yeah, it's like if it made, I don't know what it is, but every fucking time I'm really excited about a joke, it bombs, and then I'm like, okay, I just need to have no like feelings.
Interesting.
Like
you don't try and refine it or try to figure out a way that you can communicate it better to the audience.
I guess like I just expect it to go so well, and then when it goes okay, I'm like, oh, never mind, and then I like maybe I'll table it or whatever, but just having that expectation is not good.
Sure. Yeah.
I think.
So when you go up on stage, you're not like, I gotta fucking murder.
No.
It's
my gosh, no.
I'm gonna do my best. Or what is your thought process?
Mostly just like I just want to have fun, which is like the most fifth grade.
No, I think that works for people. I mean, if you're a fun person that people enjoy, like I think it works for Jacob Rupp.
Yeah, he's just having fun on stage. Like no expectation, like no being like, yeah, I have to kill in front of this. I'm just like, I hope it just goes well.
Right.
Just hoping it goes well.
And that seems to be working for you.
Thanks. I mean, hit or miss, but with that expectation in mind, I think, or with just like the have fun, it goes better usually, I think.
Right. Yeah, I guess I put a lot of pressure on myself to like, this has to go well.
Yeah, see, that's where it gets tricky. Because when you say has to, that's, for me, it's like, then it's not going to go well.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, personally, like, so it's not a good way of phrasing it.
Right. From what I've noticed, you're very you write a lot of jokes. I mean, you have a lot of like, I would call you like a writer, like, because they're very thought out. It's not like you're going up there and improvising a lot. And
no, not much.
You don't have like a character or like a wacky thing you're doing on stage.
I'm happy about that. I do like to like riff and do crowd work sometimes, but yeah, for the most part,
they're well thought out jokes.
Yeah, it's like everything is like word for word.
Yeah, so I guess I was just getting to like, what's your process? Do you like sit down and write a certain amount of time, for the day, or?
No, I tried to do that, especially during COVID, but like, there was like no inspiration, obviously. But no, it's usually like I'll have one idea and then I'll just try to expand on it, as much as like just milking it as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll even try to do like for an open mic, like a 5-minute set. I want to just talk about this one thing and then just see what, pick out. Usually, and then it ends up being one line that works out of 5 minutes or whatever. But yeah, I write everything word for word.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm so jealous of people who can just like, they'll just go up with one idea and then just riff on it. I cannot do that. I can't do that at all.
Right.
That's so scary. Is that what you do?
Sometimes. But
really?
I think before COVID, I was doing that too much. Like just going like, oh, this is kind of funny. And like going up there and just rambling. I have like a tighter bit set that I was, leaning on for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to find a mix, a balance of writing a little bit and then being free in the moment. That's
there's definitely a balance.
And the fucked up thing is like if like people are like, oh, did you have fun up there, or how did you think it goes? Like, it went well. I look back and think, okay, it went well if I did well. Not like, oh, I had a great time if it didn't go well.
No, right? That's, people say that where it's like, they'll be like, yeah, it didn't go well, but I still had fun. And I'm like, how?
Yeah, exactly.
How did you have fun if you were bombing?
Yeah. And then it's like it's it's a relationship you build with this audience. It's like, it's a give and take. I mean, I'm going to have more energy and give you more of a quote unquote show, or more of my energy if you're giving me the laughs and like, you know, it seems like you're enjoying it. So it's like, this is a give and take. You know,
yeah, I can't. It's not just like a one way.
Yeah. I mean, that's when it's the best. Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
When people ask you, like, when you do a show and then someone goes, "How was the show?" Like, I answer that as, "How was your set?"
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that what everyone does?
Selfish.
Okay. I know, but like, or I'll be like, the show was good, but I didn't do well or something. But usually that question I feel like is like, "How was your set?"
Right. Yeah.
That's what that translates to.
I think that's the question I'd answer first, and then if I was like, oh yeah, but the headliner really killed it, or something, or like someone was really funny, then I'd add that part.
Or like a lot of times, like the show is fucking weird.
Yeah, so like I was like, how's that show Max Line Brewing?
Yeah.
Be like, I did well.
Right.
And
no one else did.
Was fine.
Yeah. That's just how, and then that's how I assume other people answer it too. When I'm like, how's the show? And if someone goes, it was okay, I'm like, okay, so your set was okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would just think about that sometimes.
So you moved from LA.
Kind of.
Because I just recently saw a Facebook message from 2017 where you messaged me about getting on Comedy Save the Video Star, and you said I'm an LA-based comic.
What was your show? Where was it?
It was Comedy Save the Video Star. It's at Mutiny. It was last Saturday nights of the month. Pretty
damn! I wish I would have done it.
Sorry, I never got back to me.
I know. I was like so. Yeah, because my friend in LA like taught me all of that messaging stuff and then following up but now I look back and I like cringe at it.
You did follow up, which is respectable.
Is it? I look at it and I cringe.
I'm like, wow, this is someone who's organized and
right, but it's also annoying. It's also annoying. I think
I don't view it as annoying.
It could be.
I mean, I guess you could be. Yeah, it depends. I mean,
it depends how many times you do it.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have messaged me like 4 more times,
then
I'd be like,
that's
okay,
annoying.
No, I don't think. You're doing your due diligence. I mean, it doesn't. I
guess I had like a spreadsheet and stuff, but I can't believe I was doing that. Like
in 2017.
Like I don't even want to do that now. It's weird. Like I had for some reason more confidence to do that when I was like way less good at comedy. To like travel, I like wanted to just like travel and do.
Yeah.
But it's like I was so bad, not so bad, but I was like not great.
I mean, it's like that ignorance is bliss kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think that is what it was.
Everyone looks back on, anybody who's pursuing some kind of creative, artistic thing, you're only getting better. So you
look back and you like,
you're always, your grasp, what do you call it? Something exceeds your grasp.
Yeah, the ignorance is bliss is a good way of putting it.
Ambition exceeds your grasp, I think makes sense, right?
Because I didn't even think about like if I would do well on these shows. I just was like, I want to go to another city. Like I went to Portland a year into comedy and did shows, and it's like I can't believe I did that.
I guess that's a testament. I mean, you're where you're at now because you did all that stuff.
Probably, yeah. I'd like to think that, but then I also feel like I don't remember, but I'm sure I bombed on some of those shows, and then. The booker's like, oh, here we fucking go, like fucking out of town college student thinking they can come up in here. I don't know. I just like think it's probably like not a great look.
Yeah, well, when I was coming up, everyone was like, you only get one chance at a first impression. You only get one chance. So like you better work on your stuff before you start. And when I was coming up, a lot of it was like you wait to be asked. You don't
right, which I still don't believe in that though. Yeah,
I do think
you have to ask.
It doesn't serve
stuff.
it. Yeah, you're self-marketing and all that jazz, and I wish I had more of that gumption. Moxie, whatever you want to call it. That you had. Yeah, because then arguably I could be who knows where I'd be
if you were to ask.
Yeah, if I'd asked more, been more.
I mean, you can still do that though. That never goes away.
Well, I feel like I've already made this bad impression, and now people think of me as the the comic I was when I first started.
Well, I guess I don't mean for like in town shows, but you can ask for even going to like a different state. Just around.
I was thinking about trying to go to Atlanta in November.
I mean, that's a great scene from what I've heard.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I videoed myself at Comedy Works last week. So I think I need to post.
Oh yeah. Because they don't give the tapes anymore.
Yeah.
But they let you tape it.
Yeah. I asked Roger Hack. I was like, can I bring my phone and a tripod?
I did not know that.
And he let me do that.
Oh, cool. Because I know they were like super no phones before.
Yeah. But now they're not doing that anchor system or whatever it's called.
Like they'll never do it, or
I don't know. I think if Dave Chappelle came again, they would do it because that's he wants that. But
the tape, they would tape it.
They would probably tape it for me. Yeah, they'd fire up the cameras for him, and they'd make people put their phones in their bags.
I see.
That's what I was thinking because that was like a big thing that was implemented from him. He's the one who brought it into.
Wait, what is it called? Anchor?
I think it's called like Anchor
Oh,
or
I
something
didn't
like
know
that. Yeah, it's I'm probably wrong. Let's see, we can even just Google it.
Yeah, dude, that TV monitor. It's there for a reason.
What you call it? Phone bag.
What was I gonna say?
Shows.
Oh yeah, like having that tape is great for like just like out of town shows, you know?
Yonder. It's called Yonder.
Wait,
Is the company.
Oh, it's a company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're just little pouches that they made you put your phone in as you came into the venue.
Right.
So you couldn't record someone doing a new bit
Mhm.
and then like put it online or put someone's whole act online.
I know someone leaked Louis.
Yeah, it was after like
entire-
Louis and
yeah.
like a bunch of people got like, not canceled, but in trouble, for
Yeah.
getting some hot water for doing some bits.
I think the Comedy Store does it too. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I think a lot of people started implementing it. But I guess, Comedy Works is like, they're like, we have to train a whole new staff. We can't be worrying about getting these Yonder bags working either. But they have to have a bunch somewhere. They have to have a bunch of bags in one of the closets. Leaked.
I know.
Louis C.K. had a leak set.
That's the only one I've heard about, where it's like a super long.
One of the guys from Saturday Night Live had a leak set. I was trying to remember his. He was also in the show 30 Rock. Tracy Morgan. He had like a set that was recorded. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not ideal, so I think it's worth it to do that for the clubs anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Christian Bale, right?
I know the weirdest things come up. I guess probably because you spelled leaked wrong, and now weird things are happening.
You had to tag. That's always like the most embarrassing part about having a monitor where I'm searching things. I'm terrible at spelling.
Yeah, well, is the leek? That's like a.
That was like the vegetable.
Vegetable.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the last vegetable you ate?
I made fried rice yesterday.
Rice is.
Oh, it had
rice
like.
is a vegetable. Is rice
No,
a vegetable? It's a
not
grain.
the rice, but I put like vegetables in it, like peas and carrots and things.
Cool.
Like fried rice vegetables.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't think rice is.
I
a
had
vegetable.
zucchini bread yesterday. Does that count?
No, that does not count. That's
There's
good
zucchini.
though.
My grandma, she's my great aunt technically, but she was shredding the zucchini right from her garden.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was okay.
She
Not
put like
great.
walnuts and
Oh yeah, I don't fuck with that.
and chocolate chips in it, and I was like, this is a little
Oh
much for me.
wow, that's wild. I have had chocolate zucchini bread, and that is good.
I don't like chocolate in like bread or ice cream.
Oh,
It's like I just want like a candy bar or I just
no
don't like.
ice cream. I get the bread thing. That's
It's
kinda
a
weird, but-
texture thing. When it gets too cold, it's like a weird texture I don't like in my mouth.
Well,
like
what about any
M&Ms.
ice cream?
No, I love ice cream,
Oh.
but not
Weird.
chocolate chunks in ice cream.
Oh, chocolate chunks.
Yeah,
What about
like
chocolate ice cream?
chips. I prefer a vanilla base to my ice cream
Interesting.
because too much chocolate. It's too much chocolate.
Yeah,
It's
no,
too
that
rich.
is that's true.
I think you got to cut it with some vanilla. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little swirl happening.
Yeah, it's like fentanyl. You just want to cut it a little bit, not too much.
Oh god, that's so scary.
If a Denver comic was to die from fentanyl poisoning, who would you think?
I'm not answering this.
Why?
You.
Wow.
I think it'd be you.
I don't do cocaine. All right.
Well, I saw it's in weed now too.
What?
Yeah, in like New York.
How would it get in weed?
I don't know. They sprinkle it or on it. or
Why?
something.
That's like if you want to kill somebody.
I know, right?
You spell fentanyl.
F-E. Oh, wait, yeah, something like that. Well, not on YouTube. I think you would have to Google it. Oh, police warn of fentanyl-laced marijuana.
See, not YouTube.
Yeah. I didn't think there would be a news story. I thought it like.
Weed often turns up at music festivals like the upcoming Bonnaroo and CMA Fest.
But tonight, a warning from police for those who may think of lighting up.
This is
say
like
marijuana-laced
razors in
fentanyl
your
maybe
Oh, the
in your candy
candy.
bars,
News
in
Channel
your
5
candied
Jason Lamb
apples.
tells us what police found in the county right next
They
door.
say
to
if you
Bonnaroo.
smoke it and it
The
tastes
warning
like
came from police in Winchester after
lemon
they posted
zest
on
or something,
Facebook
or no,
that
like
they
if
responded
it
to-
has a certain taste, then you can tell it's fentanyl or something.
And not like burnt plant
No,
matter.
it's like not lemon like lemon pledge, like a
like Clorox.
Yeah,
because everyone knows
yeah.
what that tastes like.
or like if it tastes funky, it's like it's probably something's up.
2 people last week who had OD'd on fentanyl, but instead of finding it laced within a harder drug like heroin, Winchester police say they found it in weed.
Well, we're concerned
Hey,
as
this
a
is,
police agency. Marijuana has a pretty widespread usage.
It was a discovery that even surprised
like a
law
myth.
enforcement who
They're just trying to get
routinely
people not to buy
respond
weed.
to overdose calls.
We're seeing
Well, but this
Conspiracy.
is weed from
several
like
other
dealers,
drugs, but to be quite
obviously,
honest,
right?
This kind of took us by surprise.
I don't know.
Police
I
say
don't think
in both
it's-
cases
No, this is
they
all-
had to use Narcan to reverse the fentanyl's effects. They say they worry with Bonnaroo coming up next week
No,
in
well, Bonnaroo
neighboring
got
Coffee
canceled
County. They may
anyways,
see
so-
more overdoses of
Probably 'cause of
mixed
fentanyl
in
deaths.
with marijuana.
Yeah,
from
nothing to
music
do with
fans
the-
who think they're
the
just
storm.
using weed.
We are concerned
Yeah,
that
you gotta have a
Weed.
test kit, a weed.
Yeah, so you have to like
You gotta test your shit.
Yeah, how does that work?
You can buy test kits and then you like, I think it's like you put a little bit in water and then there's like a strip and if the strip turns a certain color, it means it's good or bad, you know? Yeah, it's like test kits. Yeah, I mean, it kind of like, it's probably like kind of takes some of the fun out of doing
Hi,
drugs,
everybody.
but
I'm Ashley Perry from
it's
Project
safe.
Weber Renew. I am the intervention case manager, and I'm here today to teach you guys about fentanyl test strips. This is what the fentanyl test strip looks like. We would put whatever substance you would have. You were using
Wink, wink.
cocaine. You would just put a tiny bit of the substance into this vial. You would put half of this water.
Yeah, so you just mix it
well,
up.
I guess, yeah, so you would do this before
You would place
the
test
party.
strip in the
She's like,
water,
oh no, this is a pregnancy test. My bad.
and you would twirl it around and sing happy birthday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for
And then
that.
with that,
Test your
you take it out,
drugs.
place it somewhere.
Place it somewhere.
And almost instantly, it will be able to tell you.
Wouldn't that be wild if you
Fentanyl
tested your
test
drug and
out.
then it was like, yeah, you
So
would have
if there's
died?
2 red lines.
Like, that would be crazy.
But doesn't it add to the danger of like doing drugs?
I mean, you don't want to die from cocaine. Heroin is
die.
like different. I
Oh yeah,
think.
you think heroin addicts are like, I want to
No,
die.
but I think it's more of like that. It's already a huge risk. But with cocaine, it's like everyone's just willy nilly. A lot of people.
All right, hippie, I knew you were. in this.
Oh no, no, I've never done cocaine actually.
What's the hardest drug you have done?
Probably Molly. Shrooms. I mean, is that
Arrest
hard?
her. Get her.
Oh no. Yeah, no, Molly too probably could have fentanyl in it.
Yeah, everything can apparently.
Yeah,
If
I
weed
think
could
so.
have
If
fentanyl
weed,
in
yeah,
it.
if weed can have it, that's scary. The weed,
Yeah.
because kids.
Did you smoke a lot, hippie? Huh?
No, I don't.
Why are you scared of any of this?
No, I
It
just
could be in
mean
my
for
stir fry.
people, for the
No.
people.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm just fine. Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah. Sorry, Bonnaroo got
Fentanyl.
canceled.
where are you gonna go?
No, but I know Nick in Georgia.
I know. I feel bad.
LHRB All Stars. They like to go to those things.
I know it's like I saw on Twitter because there was like all these articles about it and everyone was just like, what do I do with all my drugs? Like everyone was commenting like everyone just has a shit ton of drugs and they're like, waste. I mean, it's not wasted, but that would suck.
Right. That would be really shitty
That would be shitty.
because you can't get the drug dealers in trouble. I mean, there's no way to like penal unless you're taking the law into your own hands
Wait, the drug dealers for what?
for giving you fentanyl-laced
Oh,
shit.
I mean, yeah, you gotta know who. Well, wasn't it like Mac Miller's dealer? Like that's like the theory.
Yeah, but there's
It's a
no way
theory.
of like
Right, there's
because
no
you're
way of
already doing
knowing.
something
Yeah.
illegal, so you can't like be like, hey, I bought these drugs from this guy and they're bad.
Yeah, you would have to take it into your own hands, I think.
No, vigilante style.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say Mac Miller's drug dealer is also your drug dealer and he sells you drugs and you find out they're laced with fentanyl. How would you go about getting your money back from this person?
Oh, like if I tested it and then
Yeah, and it was fentanyl laced and you're like,
I
I almost
wouldn't
died.
get them. I would just maybe I guess I would assume the drug dealer doesn't know. Because why are drug dealers? I don't think they know the drug dealers.
I think they do it to like dilute the
Oh, it's
product a
cheaper
little bit.
too,
Yeah.
but-
like if you cut cocaine with other things, you can sell more of it,
But
right?
put sugar or something. I don't know. Why do they have to put fentanyl?
Maybe they're diabetic.
Yeah, I like to
Oh, I
think that the
fentanyl's
drug dealers don't know.
maybe addictive, so that's why they're putting fentanyl in cocaine.
Yeah, but even the smallest amount could kill you. Like it's like even just like I've seen videos of people, or it's like police officers who just touched it, and just touching it, it's so potent that they like faint from it.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
So how would you go about taking revenge on this drug dealer if you found out they did it
On purpose?
Yeah.
I don't. There's definitely nothing I
It'd
could
be
do.
a Selma Wick.
Yeah, maybe I'd hire a hitman. What is that, like 10 grand?
I don't know.
Go into
I
my
don't know.
savings and just hire a hitman.
How much is a hitman?
I'm pretty sure it's like 10 grand. It could actually, it might be like 100 grand. I don't know. Maybe you should put that on private browser.
I don't know how to do that on this.
Oh yeah, I think isn't there like an incognito mode?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Actually, I'm not sure.
I know how to do it on my phone.
Of course you do. You and every other man.
Oh, like you don't know how to do it.
No, yeah, I actually don't know how to do it on the... I feel like it might be those 3 dots next to your profile picture, maybe?
Oh, this one.
Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Oh, there you go.
Incognito
it worked.
window.
How much is a hitman?
They're like a police officers coming to your house, though.
Oh, the study also found... Oh, 15,000?
Yeah.
Hmm.
With variations from 5,000 up to 30,000
I feel like that's not that much.
to kill a man.
Like,
or
for
a
the
woman.
hitman, I'm like, is that worth it?
I guess it depends on how good you are.
Yeah. Maybe 15 grand for the confident ones. If a hitman was like, it's 100
That's
grand.
30 grand. So
Yeah, 30 grand.
how much would you...
I wouldn't trust
How much would be
the
worth
hitman.
it for you?
I mean, for the
Salma?
fentanyl drug dealer?
Yeah, just I mean, if you were going to get in the hitman business,
Oh, no way. Oh my God.
$1 million?
I mean,
It'd have to
well,
be
yeah, it would have
$1
to be
pop
$1 million because I would probably, I mean, there's such a high chance of me getting caught.
because you're new at it.
Yeah. Have you seen Horrible Bosses? That movie
saw
is
the
so
first one,
funny.
yeah.
Is there another? Is there 2?
Yeah, there's 2 of
Oh,
them.
of course. That one probably sucks, but the first one is really funny.
Yeah.
And they just try to kill their bosses. I mean, yeah, if you find out someone has a peanut allergy, maybe I could do that one. I could do that.
So it'd be a random one.
Yeah, I would have to
'Cause,
know.
I mean-
I would have to know a lot about the person.
So you try and find out what your drug dealer was allergic to.
Yes.
then-
Yes.
You're not even going to go like try and beat him up or
No,
get your boyfriend to
no,
beat him up.
No. That's
Do
not.
you think your boyfriend could beat anybody up?
No, I just mean like that's too risky. Like with masks on or something. I don't want them to see my face.
But you want him to know.
I would like to give them a peanut butter cookie and then for them to just die. And then for me to go, oh, I didn't know.
And they're like, oh, I tried to do that with you and fentanyl.
yeah, exactly.
No, I put fentanyl in that cookie as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's such an easy way actually. Just put fentanyl in baked goods and then
Yeah, like in some icing. But then you have like a whole cup. Like I was thinking like you're mixing the fentanyl into the bowl of frosting or whatever. You just have to like throw all that shit away, right? You
yeah.
can't, like,
Although
you
I
can't
have heard
just wash it and then try to bake cookies the next week in it.
No.
You wouldn't trust
I
it,
would
right?
burn everything. But that's like because apparently one bag of cocaine with fentanyl, one person could die and then one person couldn't. Like that can happen because it has to be like evenly distributed, but sometimes it's not.
It's like COVID. One person could be fine and one person could die.
Yes. It's just like COVID.
Anyway, I think we're talking a little too much about
Anyways,
drugs on the podcast
sorry.
for people who don't do drugs.
True, yeah. Well, your listeners...
Stop winking into the camera.
Do your listeners do drugs?
I'm sure some of them do, yeah.
They're cool. They're probably cool.
Probably. Definitely. If you're listening to this podcast, guess what? You cool, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's
Thank
true. You
you.
are cool.
Thank you.
You had a fan at Rover. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. That guy definitely does cocaine.
yeah.
He has a whole bit about it.
Does he?
Yeah, have you heard?
Oh, no, I haven't.
He's working on it.
That's
it's
cool.
a workshop in it.
He was nice. He was very nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Thanks for listening, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so let's do some of these. Did we do any of the lightning round questions with you on the last pod?
I don't think so because I had to leave.
Yeah, you gotta check out the Young Guns 4 episode. You're also on that recently, and hear a little bit more of her backstory. You know,
Cool.
And then, all right, all these are meant to be in fun. Okay,
Okay.
Doesn't have to be one-word answers, but
And I have to
first thing
answer
off the top of
quickly?
your head. I mean, no, not necessarily. I'll cut out any silences or anything, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like I said, all meant to be in fun. Okay,
Okay.
who do you think you are?
Oh. I don't know how to answer that. It's hard. I'm a daughter and a friend. and
Interesting.
yeah, and a girlfriend and a sister.
All to the same
And
person?
No.
Gotcha.
Not all to the same person. Okay, yeah, that's my answer.
Oh yeah, you recently went out of the country, right? And you were in Europe.
Yes.
How was that?
Okay,
Did you
this is
really
part of the
find
lightning
yourself
round.
in a Euro trip?
No. I mean, I went to visit family, and then I went to London to visit a friend, fellow comedian, Katie Green. Check her out; she's very funny.
She's in Europe at the moment.
Yeah, she is. killing it in London, which is so cool.
Does she do comedy with an accent?
Like a fake accent?
I mean,
because she's American. No, she doesn't
Right,
do. I mean, she's really good at doing a British accent, but that makes
does
sense.
she do it in a British accent?
No, she doesn't. Yeah, that was cool. That was
You did comedy out there?
yeah, I did a few shows and that was fun.
And you're like, I'm just going to have a good time out there.
Yeah, it wasn't like I really didn't want to put any
Did you like try and
pressure.
do any cultural
No.
like adjusting to your bits or anything, or did you just go up and do the
No.
same thing you do at Lions Lair?
I just I haven't been to Lions Lair in so long. I would like to go back. But
It's always there.
it's always there. I
Just so
know.
you know.
I know.
Crawford hasn't changed it at all. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
don't go anymore because they're worried about what Crawford's going to do to it.
Oh, really?
Well, because he used to run this mic called Devon's.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've
they
heard
used to
about
play
yeah,
like
he told me about that.
games and do a bunch of different like
Oh,
weird things that
really?
keep the crowd engaged.
Oh, that's
and,
funny. But he's just rolling with
yeah, no,
yeah.
it's the same Lions Lair. It always has been.
Well, I love that. You know, it's very consistent.
Yeah,
That
it's
mic.
longest running mic in Denver.
Yes, plug. Everyone should go.
Right. So you didn't change your jokes at all.
No. I had one riff about like they say Fanny and Willie
Instead of dick and butt.
yes, and vagina.
Mm. So a vagina's a fanny?
Yeah. And I just was saying it
seems
sounds like
smaller.
a cartoon and like it just sounds so and then I forget what else. I don't know. It was like all in good fun, you know, just having fun.
Fun
But
with
that was the
fanny.
only thing that I like brought up. But otherwise, no. I just did my set, and it was.
And they were
good.
like at bars or shows or like clubs? Were there clubs there or was it?
They have a lot of DIY clubs, and they call them clubs, but they're like, yeah, it's like a club setting. That
Like a comedy
it's
club.
Like,
Not
it's
like a
oh,
nightclub.
Oh no, not a
Okay.
nightclub. I
Just
did one
trying
at
to
a gay bar, one at a comedy club, and then another was like a DIY club, like like Irish Snug.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
like in the back of like a brewery or like I don't even know what it was called. It was like a
Kind of pub.
yeah, but it was like an
Situation.
outdoor, very like hip place, like Rhino type of place. And then there was like in the back, there was like a really cool room. There was like a little comedy club, and that was it was really fun.
Because there's a lot of people and they're
they were
and-
all like packed and engaged, and they love crowd work. I was like too scared to do crowd work because I don't like.
Yeah, it's not
what if
really
they
a-
said some like reference that I don't know. I was because I like to do crowd work normally, but I was like, nah.
Do
no.
you? Is that
I
your
do,
thing?
yeah.
Do you think it's like an LA thing?
No. I mean, I don't think I'm like. Sometimes it falls really flat.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's always the risk you take.
But I like to always kind of, especially if it's not going well, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Let's just
Talk to you.
talk or something. I don't know. It depends. But some sets I'll like mostly do crowd work, and then others I won't do it at all. So it just depends. But but in London, that's like huge.
Yeah, crowd work.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Everyone does like half crowd work, basically.
When you were in London, did you say you're from Denver or LA?
They said I think like America.
No, they just said
I think
in
they
general
said
America.
that I was American. I
You
don't
weren't
think they
repping Denver.
No, I don't think they said Denver. Or yeah, I think I'm pretty sure they said the States or something like that.
Yes, dumb British
some dumb
phrase.
shit. Yeah. Yeah, but it was cool seeing other comics. Everyone was super nice. No, nothing bad to say about the London scene.
Interesting.
Oh, except that they do intermissions at every show. I think that's strange, but they like it out there.
Yeah, it's like their routine in a way.
Yeah, every single show does it.
Like how long?
Up to 20 minutes, which I think is insane.
And how much do they do? Like 2 or 3 acts before, and then.
No, it's like 4 and 4 or something.
And how long are the sets?
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes on 40 minutes
and
on
then,
either side.
Yeah, something like that. But then it's like you have to kind of have 2 headliners in a way.
Yeah, and
like,
isn't it in Europe like the host is more of like the more famous person because they're up there all the time?
Well, I guess I did like really like I didn't do the big shows or anything.
Right.
I just know that as a host you have to do crowd work over there. Like
Right,
you
yeah.
have it's like mandatory.
Interesting.
It's an obligation. But everyone I saw was like pretty funny and
Did
like,
they
good.
call you a comedian or anything? Or are they
No,
like really
no.
sexist over there still?
No.
You're like, maybe she'll talk about periods. Who knows?
So bad, that accent.
That's what they sound like. Okay.
No, nothing sexist, thankfully.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. No, no.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next. Hopefully. Here's hoping.
Yeah, have a good story. Yeah. I just remembered you said you went on a Euro trip.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that's interesting.
It was cool. I recommend if everyone has the means to do it.
Right. Yeah, when I was talking to Austin, former guest on the show, and he was like, yeah, someone went to Europe. And I was like, wow, so you guys broke up?
Yeah, I went to go hang out
What's
with
the
a
most
bunch
embarrassing
of British
thing about
hunks. Is that the rapid fire question?
Yeah, that's the next one. Well, he said some pretty inflammatory
Actually,
things about you, so I'm ready
every joke he has is stolen
from you.
From big comics.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he steals jokes, all of them.
Good to know. Good
Yeah.
to know. What motivates you?
Ooh, I don't know. What motivates you?
Spite.
No, really?
Hell yeah.
Oh God.
Remember I said I wanted to bury you earlier on the show?
Yeah, but then you said that didn't work out. Like that.
Well,
that
it
you
doesn't mean
didn't.
I'm not still. It's the spite of it's not still motivating me to do better.
Spite? Oh, like meaning like I'll show them type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you mean like other comics or like your dad?
All the above. Some flames are burning hotter than others at times, but yeah, the dad one's usually going pretty good.
Damn.
It's usually a good sized bonfire.
Yeah.
Inside me.
Wow. That's a fire burning. I guess just like knowing what could happen, like
You know what's gonna happen.
knowing what could
You see the
happen.
future.
Like that motivates me to just be like, oh, like I could maybe this thing, or like just goals, like having goals.
Okay, having goals.
Yeah.
Being optimistic.
For the most part, yeah.
Well, how do you keep pursuing those goals? Like, what's the motivation to do that?
Actually, I was just thinking about this today of like, would you keep doing comedy if you knew it wasn't going to work out? If you were 100% new, would you?
Yeah.
100% like knew nothing was like you weren't going to make a living or anything.
Yeah, I'd probably still want to get up and perform because it's at the end of the day, it comes down to a desperate need for approval more so than
It's the sad truth.
Success.
The validation.
Yeah, of getting a group of strangers to laugh is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think at first I'd be like, nah, and then I would get bored.
Yeah, I might go through a lull, but I think eventually I would still continue to.
It would be kind of sad though. It'd be sad.
I mean, one of my biggest fears when, like a couple years ago, was thinking about, okay, am I just going to be one of these guys who's been coming to open mics for 10 plus years and never moved on, or like, doesn't get on these shows. You're just like an open micer. You're just an open mic comic. And I mean, I guess I'd like to think that if that's my lot in life, hopefully I would find a way to be happy within that, And ultimately, I think it'd be my choice, I guess, to not be pursuing other things. And I mean, in comedy, and, as I've gotten married and, through the pandemic, I've realized, okay, there are other things in life, to find fulfilling. I mean, I enjoy doing the podcast a lot and, trying to embrace these things I'm
other
good
hobbies,
at. Versus just, focusing on this lack of quote unquote success.
Right.
And like whatever, managing your expectations of like what makes someone successful doing something.
Yeah.
So if I was happy just to go out and like, oh, I wrote this joke and I think it's funny, I'm going to go try it out. Like, and if I was happy with that, I'd like to think that would be enough.
That's beautiful.
But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you have like a home and a wife and a dog. Like, that's
my
nice.
life is pretty rich.
That's nice.
You got to be grateful, try and focus on gratitude and all that jazz.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't keep doing comedy.
Well, I don't. I don't have those. I mean, I have a cat. I have a cat.
But I mean, as you live life, you'll.
Yeah,
get
I think
more
I'm still kind of just like too young, I guess, to like have goals of like a husband and a home and so that's not really something I'm like thinking about.
Yeah, and finding whatever makes you happy. I mean, those traditional like American thing, white picket house and all that jazz. I mean, that's not really
right.
the ideal anymore. I mean, and even it's not really possible. I mean, we rent this house.
Yeah.
And the idea of buying a home is unfathomable.
Right.
Unfathomable. I can't even say the word. That's how ridiculous it is. Because everything's so expensive, it's like, I don't know if that's in the cards, kind of a thing. So I think
it only gets worse.
Yeah.
The expenses do, I mean.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
do you think you could ever be fulfilled by just going out and telling jokes for its own sake?
I don't know, because it's like it is a huge part of what motivates me is just knowing what could happen, like the future, like what the future holds. Because I feel like there's like so much that like I still have like so much to learn and so much to grow, and like I'm excited to see like what that's going to turn into. But if I'm like suddenly then like you were saying, like it's like 15 years and I'm still telling the same old 5 minutes or whatever. And
Yeah, or just, you know.
I don't know if I could be happy with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's always one of those things. It's like, I guess I don't know until I'm there, and then I have to assess.
Exactly.
And there's never, I mean, you know, again, as you get older and hopefully gain some sort of wisdom, you're like, that's not how life works. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's constantly
It's just something I
evaluating it.
wonder about, like what other comedians think of that.
Sure. And I mean, yeah, and the fucked up thing is, if you listen to a bunch of podcasts and stuff, everyone's like, you gotta want it. If you're not going out every night bleeding in front of the fucking
But I think
audience,
that's old news.
That's also, it's also an older generation.
Yeah. The like going up, well, it's like the New York mentality of like going up 5 times a day.
Right.
Night or
And then no one ever tells you like all the help, you know, certain people got like,
early on.
yeah,
or
like Nick
something,
Kroll comes from a rich family, you
Mhm.
know, Pete Holmes' dad's an oil man, you know, like they were,
Pete's
they're
dad's
okay.
an oil man.
Yeah, like,
Or
not that
or they already have a foot in the door with entertainment or
yeah,
something.
you know, fucking
definitely.
you know, nepotism, Ben Stiller and all that jazz.
Right. With stand up though, it is always pretty pure. Like they did it.
I think
kinda-
people want you to believe that, but I mean,
like pure stand ups, you know?
who's a pure stand-up?
Like now. I mean, you know, Amy Schumer, not anymore. She did a lot of movies, but like, you know, she came up kind of just on her own.
Sure.
Doing,
but I
like,
mean, no
mics.
one
But then
tells you
that was
about
a
like,
long
oh,
time
my
ago.
aunt gave me money or someone died and I had, you know, something saved up so I didn't have to have a full-time job.
Right. There's always something like that.
Yeah, you know, Taylor Swift's family was rich too, you know, like she didn't just come up overnight, you know.
I mean, I feel like I didn't know that, but I did. Just by like just her.
I mean, Kevin Hart also, you know, he also talks about how his mom gave him, you know, helped him out a lot, you know.
Well, also like some of these comics is like, yeah, they started when they were like 9. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, super young.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you're it's close to 9 as
No,
you're
but
gonna
he
get.
literally started, he was I think 14. He was like actually 14 or 15.
No, you're thinking Bo Burnham.
No, Kevin Hart, he
I
would
listened to his book recently.
Oh, really?
Okay.
What was it? Is it 16 maybe?
Yeah, well, he didn't
was
start doing.
super
I mean, he was
young.
young. Yeah, but he was like working, and he got out of high school, and
Right, he was like high
working,
school doing
you
comedy or
know, like
something? I
in
don't know.
between, because he was old enough to be going to clubs and stuff. Yeah,
Oh, he was?
I think he was like in between 18 and 21 when he started.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know why I thought he was 12.
Yeah, that's
Maybe because he's short? I don't know.
Zing, got him. So when you say like, oh, the potential or like the, you know, you're excited to see what the future will bring. I mean, but that could also be bad. You
I know.
So that's why it's like.
I know, but it's not. It's the
So in
not
a way,
knowing.
fear
though.
motivates you.
Yeah, it's the not knowing, because like, it's not knowing whether it's good or bad, or if it's gonna be like. I mean, obviously, I don't want it to be bad.
Right. No one does.
Yeah, no one does, but
You
I
can't
don't
help it.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
also
like I'm
can't help
still
it.
in that ignorance is bliss stage. I think too, kind
Mhm.
of. So that's good.
Yeah. All right. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like fruit, so. I feel like pies are mainly fruit based.
Do you count pumpkin as a fruit?
No, I love pumpkin pie.
Interesting.
I do love pumpkin pie, but it does not, override the cake.
Interesting. Go-to cake for your birthday?
I love like a sheet cake from like King
Just
Soopers.
a white cake.
Like like one of those just like crazy, just so much icing and like vanilla confetti, like just
Interesting.
like so sugary. Love that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that. I'm thinking about it. And when it's like cold, when you like refrigerate
I
it.
was going to
it's
ask you,
so
like, do you
good.
enjoy it cold?
I
Because that's what I
actually
think of
do.
when it's like,
It's fucking
yeah,
so
it's like a little
ice cold
moist and,
icing. Pretty good.
that wouldn't be my go-to icing, but yeah, I
Really?
get you.
Like,
It's too sweet. It's all just sugar fluff.
So good.
I prefer like a good,
A pie?
cream cheese,
Oh.
frosting, something
No,
like that.
not me.
Yeah, I
That
guess
cheese
not.
is for pasta.
Cream cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese is for pasta too.
Interesting.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm weirded out by that. Cheesecake. Weirded out by that.
Weirded out
It's
by cheesecake.
Cheese and cake.
It's cream cheese as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's like
It's just dairy that's been fermented, or like I don't know,
fermented
left out
cake.
for a while.
I don't like the sound of that.
No one calls it fermented cake, but you know what beer is, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. I do drink beer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
on
I've seen you
occasion.
drink plenty of beer.
What?
So I was just thinking, like, what if we started saying, like, what if one brewery started saying another brewery had fentanyl in its beer?
Oh no.
That's how you could really take
I
down
would stop
another
drinking
brewery.
beer, to be honest. I would.
Yeah,
I'd be scared.
yeah. Watch out! I heard,
Fentanyl in the hops.
yeah, there's fentanyl-laced hops in your
and honestly,
in your
that could
Pabst Blue
maybe
Ribbon.
happen.
Could
like
it?
maybe like a
mean, just-
brewery could get infected or something. Like a hop could get infected.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think we should we've been ending the podcast. I do appreciate your time, but we've
Thank
been
you.
we're rounding third here. I think we've
Mhm.
been ending the podcast by doing like a pitch for a movie kind of a thing.
Okay.
And I think there's something there with like fentanyl-laced
Oh gosh.
something,
It's so sad.
and then but we'll do it together. We'll
Okay. Is it like about everything we've talked about?
no, it can be. We
Oh,
can. I
okay.
think there's some good stuff there. Like at the
Mhm.
beginning, we're talking about like vampires and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking like, there could be like some kind of Selma monster
A
movie.
fentanyl vampire.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like, there's some you like slay vampires in some way, or like there's a vampire in like your apartment building or something,
Yeah.
and you locked down for COVID or something, and you guys can't leave, and there's a
Mm.
vampire in the building, and then
Okay.
you kill it.
And then I want to like tell everyone. I'll like slip a note under everyone's door of like, okay, tonight at midnight we all have to bake garlic bread, and then we all bake. The whole building makes garlic bread, and then
And then you sniff them out, you smoke them out, kind of. You bake them out.
that sucks that Dracula can't have garlic bread. So good.
That's your
Right?
go-to. Not so much that he's killing other people and.
Yeah, he probably gets the same type of high from killing people that us humans do get from eating garlic bread.
You think people are getting high from garlic bread?
Yeah, I mean, garlic bread is like special. Do you like garlic
I heard there's certain garlic that's laced with fentanyl these days.
bread? Oh no.
Okay, well, let's we don't want to get tied down in one. What's your favorite genre of movie? I know you were talking on
Yeah, we were talking
earlier before the
like
pod.
I like a thriller or like a very like bad horror. So
bad horror.
yeah, like a bad
What makes
horror.
something bad?
like a high school. It's based in a high school. It's very like stupid, I'm trying to think of one. I mean, there's so many. Like any Netflix horror movie is like so bad, but they're like I love watching them.
Okay.
Trying to think of one.
There's one where like the babysitter was trying to kill
oh
the
yeah,
kid,
I was
right?
just thinking of that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
some
remember.
like stupid shit like that.
Okay.
Love that.
It's very kitschy. It's
Kitschy, like
it's got
camp?
camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, is the better word. Okay, so you want a
yeah.
camp
Mhm.
thriller / horror movie. Okay, so
Yeah.
the vampire thing
Yeah, the
fits.
vampire still fits.
Vampire thing still
With the
fits.
garlic
Do you
bread,
like
I mean-
vampire?
I mean, I'm not. Oops, sorry. I'm not big on monsters.
Okay.
You know.
What else is horrifying? Murderers?
Yeah, murders.
Just other people?
Just people doing it.
Okay.
I think.
Somebody you know is murdering people with fentanyl,
Okay.
but it's campy.
That's like no, it's too realistic. I think it's too real. I don't think
And
there could be
then
a
lady
campy
trying to kill the boy he's babysitting. It's like
with fentanyl.
people get murdered. I don't understand.
Oh, that yeah.
How's that not like?
Well, because that's like that movie was like what was her name was in
It'll be
it.
just like that, but with fentanyl.
Okay.
No, it doesn't have to be like. Okay, what if you go on a Euro trip? Comedian from Denver
Mhm.
goes to Europe to do some shows, meet an old friend, but old friend is now
a murderer.
murderer
That's cool. Yeah, I
or
like
vampire,
that.
whatever.
Yeah, maybe because is a vampire like only turns into a vampire at a certain time or no?
No, they're
Oh,
vampire
okay.
all the time.
Okay.
They can only
maybe
come
like
out in the night.
she's like hiding the fact she's a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only see her at night, and you're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is good. This is pretty good. Okay.
I feel like that would be like like scary movie.
Yeah, were you guys like high school friends? And she goes after high school, college. What age range are you thinking here?
College.
So after college,
Yeah.
she goes to Europe. She's always like, "You should come. You should come. You should come." You kind of lose contact with her for a while, huh? Because
Yeah.
she's dead. She's getting eaten by vampires.
Oh, because
and then all of a sudden she starts reaching out to you again. You're like, "Hey, you should come over."
Wait,
You should
what
come
if
back."
like she died, but then like she keeps hitting me up, and I'm like, I thought you were dead.
Okay, so you wouldn't be suspicious at that point.
No, I would.
Would you
be.
still go to Europe after that point?
If my
After
dead
your
friend was
known
texting me?
dead
I don't
friend
know if I
was
would
texting
go.
you to come to Europe.
I think I could be convinced. Like if she FaceTimed me, I'd be like, "Oh shit, like I thought you died." And then she'd be like, "No, it was all fake or something." And then I'm like, "Okay, like I
You're
could be
very
easily
gullible.
convinced." Yeah. If it was like my best friend and then I'm like, "Okay, I'll book a ticket." And then yeah, she's a vampire. And
Yeah,
then-
because you really want to like solve this mystery.
Yeah. Hey, I like this movie.
Okay.
I actually I would watch that.
You feel like you
I would
owe it
watch
to your friend
that.
in some way, like
Yeah, like and then if she really was like, no, like someone like plotted this, it's not real, like
yeah.
I never
like your
died.
high school frenemy. She was like, "Oh, this person
yeah,
was fucking with me."
yeah,
Or her ex boyfriend or something.
yeah. Like she could
hacked her
name
account.
someone, and I'd be like, oh, I believe that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it turns out she's a vampire, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah. And she's trying to kill you.
Yeah,
and
I
then
love
do
it.
you kill her? Do you free her
That'd
from
be
her
hard.
undead?
How do you free a
free her s-
vampire?
You kill them.
Oh, and then she'll be alive again?
Her
Oh.
soul would go
Mm.
to heaven or hell, depending on how she lived her life.
Well, I think if she was trying to kill me, I think she would go to hell.
Although she wouldn't, it's not technically her at that point. It's now the monster.
That's true. That's true. She's been like possessed or whatever.
Yeah, the whole thing in like
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula is like they have to free her soul.
Okay, but then what is that? The soul lives on to where?
Goes to heaven.
And then what?
And then lives in eternal bliss, I
Oh.
guess.
What does that mean? Okay, well, I like that movie. I'd watch it.
Okay.
I don't know the ending yet, but
Right, yeah. Well, so you're the one who's going to kill the vampire.
yeah.
Okay. Well, there is like this idea of like if you kill the person who sired them, which bit them, made them a vampire,
Yeah.
then they get turned.
Wait,
They could turn back into a human.
how about I hire a hitman?
Okay.
I'll have like a huge fundraiser. I save up a bunch of money and then I hire a hitman to kill her because I can't do it because she's my best friend.
So you hire a hitman.
Yeah. I feel like this movie is like would be funny. I don't know why.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh, it
has
is
to be
funny.
It has to be
Okay.
a little funny.
Yeah,
you're like,
'cause
you're
it's
a
kind of
hitman.
absurd. And then I'm like, yeah, my friend.
Yeah, and he's actually a vampire hunter.
Oh,
slash
yeah,
hitman,
yeah,
but he
yeah,
specializes in the undead.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, and,
where
like,
this is going.
And in like the newspaper, it gets to be like very hard to kill
Yeah.
people
She should have an allergy, maybe.
to garlic bread. Yeah, and that's how you find
Well,
out she's
yeah.
a vampire. You guys are going out to eat.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like,
yeah.
oh my god, she goes to the bathroom.
Isn't this like a show? Actually, isn't
Like Buffy the Vampire
Yeah,
Slayer?
is that what this is?
I mean, in the sense that like any vampire thing is like something
well,
else with a
but
vampire.
is that one where she's trying to hide being a vampire? I have no idea. I've never seen it.
No.
Okay.
Buffy is
Okay.
a vampire slayer.
What about that one movie? My mom's dating a vampire or something.
Do you mean the Disney Channel original movie?
Yeah.
With the guy from The Nanny?
I just feel like there is a movie
and one of
where.
the ants from Sabrina?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I know exactly what movie you're talking about. I mean, he
Um,
wants to kill the mom. Yeah, I don't think he necessarily gets her to Europe to do that. I think he lives in America.
Oh, right, the Europe thing. Yeah, but I feel like there's a movie where the vampire's hiding the fact that
Everything's
they're
a
a
little
vampire.
bit like something. You
You're
know?
right. You're right.
Right,
We
right.
can't be too. We can't try to be too original.
I mean, okay, so it's not to attack my originality. I'm just saying there's no
Yeah.
everything's like something. There's no there. Have you ever heard the expression "there are no original ideas" at this point?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay.
I think this is great.
I love
Do
it.
you think we gotta? How do you kill her, or do you want to kill her, the vampire that sired her, and then she comes back?
Yeah, the hitman does it. I don't want to kill her.
I think you have to take a hand.
can't.
You have to get.
The hitman does it
Okay,
all.
well, the character does.
Oh,
The
okay.
character in the movie,
fine.
Salma.
Okay,
Zaky.
the hitman ends up like dying maybe, and then I have to do it.
Yeah.
A steak knife.
Yeah, well, they bite
steak
you, but
knife.
you've eaten so much garlic bread, they accidentally, it's like in your blood, and that kills the vampire.
Okay,
because of
yeah,
your love
I
for
like
garlic
that.
bread. So still, you can be like, I wasn't trying to kill them,
Right.
but you just happened
right.
to do it.
And it was for the better.
Yeah, and then your friend comes back, or you lose your friend.
Well, her soul lives on in an eternal bliss, but
So okay, so
yeah.
the idea of the sire is not.
no.
Yeah, I like the idea of your friend tries to bite you, she ends up dying because of the garlic. And she's like,
Yes.
oh yeah, and you're like, if you would have known me better,
Yes.
because you know I love
Yes.
garlic.
Exactly.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay, what do we cast it? Okay, who's your
Okay.
friend and who plays you?
Oh my gosh.
and then
I
there
don't
could be
know.
like a little love interest between you and the hitman / Van Helsing.
Okay, so
character.
the hitman can be Steve Harvey.
You want old black man.
I think he'd make a great. I think he'd be like the comic relief.
I think we should go a little younger with the
Okay,
casting.
Zac Efron.
It's that might be a little too young.
Okay,
I mean, he's like man age.
Justin
now.
Long.
Too nerdy. I mean, we can
I'm
go
bad
with
at
we can go with
this.
Zac Efron. Zac Efron will be fine.
Okay.
Okay, Zac Efron is the European hitman /
Yes.
vampire killer. Okay, who plays you?
Maybe like Steve Harvey. Like a Selena Gomez, maybe.
I think Steve Harvey would get in some hot water for playing a woman in a movie.
A young woman.
Yeah. Who's the chick from San Andreas film? She was also in Baywatch with
I don't know who that. Oh, her.
Alexandra Daddario.
Fuck. What else is she in?
She's in Baywatch.
She
the
was just in
rock
something
movie.
else. Oh.
I don't know. Look up her IMDb. Daddario.
Wait, I feel like oh my god, it's gonna bother me. Oh, she's in. Wait, is she in Dave?
No, but she does look
she
like
does
the
look
chick
like
from
that,
yeah.
right?
I do. Yeah,
Oh,
I do kind of have a little crush on Dave's girlfriend in that. movie.
Dave's girlfriend.
Yeah, dude. She's
yeah.
like so. She's
cute.
She's too good for him.
Okay, I
for
want her to play me.
The
Dave's girlfriend.
Yeah, too, Dave.
Ooh, what about Jennifer Aniston? No, she's too old.
Kind of old, yeah. Sorry. She could be like your mom. She's like, don't go to Europe.
Oh yeah, I want Jennifer Aniston to be my mom.
Okay, I did. Jennifer Aniston plays your mom.
Yeah, wow, they look really alike.
Taylor Mizak.
Miziak.
Taylor Miziak will play you.
She's
Okay.
me.
Who plays the vampire? Oh, the good chick from Baywatch could play your friend? Or is
well,
it,
no,
they
because
look
they
too
look
much
too
alike?
much alike. I
Okay.
think it has to be like.
What if we go like?
I'm like so
what if
bad
we go?
with names. Oh, I just finished watching this.
Yeah, I like his girlfriend in
Atlanta.
here, his baby mama in here.
Oh, yeah, she's.
What's her name?
Why is she so far down in the thing?
Oh, there she is. Zazzy Beats.
Okay.
Zazzy Beats is
Okay.
your friend
Okay.
who gets turned into a
Well, she'd be
vampire.
a good vampire.
Hell yeah. This is great. I
It's a
love the
good
cast. Yeah,
cast.
it's a great cast. Zac Efron's like the weakest link in this as at this point.
Yeah.
What if it's Donald Glover? What if Donald Glover's the
The hitman?
Yeah, the hitman.
No, that's too much like Atlanta, though.
If Zach can't get in, we'll reach out
Okay.
to Donald. Okay, I do like the
Okay.
idea of Donald Glover. Okay, and then what do we call it?
I don't. The revenge of some. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm so bad at this.
You're doing great.
I'm so bad at this.
It's about friendship
Yeah.
and vampires.
Bloody friendship or something. Something with
Friendships
blood.
can be bloody.
Friendship kills.
Not bad.
Hmm.
Not bad. I do like. I like that.
Little pun, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, I like that vein. Friendship
Yeah.
kills. Killer buddies.
Killer buds.
Killer buds.
Yeah.
No,
No, that's like a stoner movie, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, friendship kills.
Well, it's called Slay Bitch because you're slaying a
We
vampire.
can't put bitch in the title. Or just slay. What about just slay?
Slay.
Yeah, I like that. Simple.
Slay Queen. Queen's Slay.
Queen slay. I think I just like slay.
Slay? Okay,
Mhm.
slay.
Okay.
Because you're a slayer, just like Buffy.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd watch
man.
it.
Yeah. Slay. There
Slay.
it is. Okay. Well, thanks so much for being on.
Yeah, thanks
where
for
can people
having me.
find you? You want to have anything to plug? This will be out like tomorrow.
Okay. I'm headlining Bar None on Friday.
Nice.
And
You're doing 30 minutes?
25.
Oh,
I'll probably do
okay.
20. We'll see. Sorry, Garrett, if you're listening to this. He told me 25, but I'm worried.
He told me 8 to 10, and then I did like 12.
Nice.
But he didn't like me.
You're probably doing well.
Yeah. It's fine. Let's just say I didn't bury anybody.
Ooh, that could be the name of the movie.
Buried, not alive.
Buried. Oh yeah, Instagram is just. It's honestly, I hate saying it because it's stupid. _Salms_.
Maybe think about
Yeah.
changing it.
I know. Salma Zaky's taken by
All right.
an
Be
Arabic
like Salma
woman.
funny Zaky.
No, I don't like that.
Well, you also don't like your current ones.
I know, but I feel like it's like I'm in too deep. Probably, I don't know.
Okay.
Tied it forever. But yeah, that's my Instagram. Follow me.
All right. All right. Well, yeah, we'll. Oh, shit. I hit the desk. My bad. I do let the guests sign us off however they see fit. The culmination of this whole podcast for yourself, however you want to do that. But I will say, I'm going to be on the Veil Comedy Show here on October 14th.
Oh, nice.
So anybody up there, come on out. We actually did. It got mentioned. The podcast got mentioned in the Veil Daily Post, which is cool. Thanks, Mark Masters, for making that happen. And be excellent to each other, and Wakanda forever.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Peace.